also pulled the crank cover out, and we've got one pin remaining on the crank hub.
I'm not gonna lie, but I've actually contemplated selling this car quite recently. Now we are here at G&G Autos, and of course the M4 is back in the air, not just for an oil change, but here is some background. So just in there, we were last here doing the turbo. So we put on the stage 3 hybrid turbos from DRW Performance. And the reason for that is because I really wanted turbos. Of course, the car was blowing out some blue smoke, but I really wanted turbos either way. When Tommy was doing the turbos, he noticed that the stem seals were soaked in oil, which is a sign that you need to change the stem seals. And if not, the biggest sign is that you've got blue smoke out of the back. So that was done, and it was happy days. And then, this isn't what he had here, but he also noticed that the eccentric shaft was a bit worn, so we decided to change it, bearing in mind this car has done over 100,000 miles. And while he was changing the eccentric shaft, he also changed out the Valvetronic, and the car was running mint. But something that Tommy said, and I ignored him because I just wanted to just get the car back. He said, mate, the car's done over 100,000 miles, probably on the original injectors, get them changed. And I didn't. And on the way back from a meet on a Sunday drive back from Leicester, cylinder 6 injector decided to get stuck open, causing the white smoke that you see in this video here. So we whacked in some fresh plugs, new coil packs, and of course the injectors, and everything was running great. Tommy then also said, as usual, is there anything else on the car while we've got it in that we should change? And I said no. However, when doing something called the crank hub, you'll probably recognize this bolt a lot. It is quite good to change something called the chain. It looks like the thing of your BMX, but that hasn't been done on mine, so that we think has slipped. Let me introduce you to Tommy. So, Tommy, your car is back again. It might as well be yours, mate, because I think for the last 3 months you've seen it more than me.
Yeah, I think I have, to be fair.
How are you anyway, mate?
I'm all right, thanks.
Good. Yeah, not bad, mate. How's the M3 touring doing as well?
Lovely.
Lovely. Yeah. In terms of the car today, the last thing I've just mentioned is that the timing chain probably should be done when you do the crank hub, but it wasn't done when I did mine.
You had it sort of, well,
brand new. I think 80,000 miles, I think I got it done. So I've done about 20.
So you usually do recommend the chain to be done then. But to be fair, I've not actually seen any chains foul or sort of chain issues just with these. But then I've not really, I think the highest mileage one I've ever done a crank hub on was probably like 70.
Really? So you don't tend to get crap here, do you? Apart from this.
I do recommend a chain. You know, all they're going to be paying for is the parts theoretically, because you're pretty much, it's already apart and off. So
fair enough.
Yeah, so obviously, as you know, we got all your injectors in, your coils, plugs, got it all running nice. The exhaust was filled up with fuel, so it was smoking. So we had it sitting there fast idling at about 3k, and then we did hear a bit of a funny. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but we heard like a bit of a rattle.
Again after.
Yeah, we heard a little rattle on the top end, and we thought, what was that?
Yeah.
So I turned it off, shut it down, had a little sort of look and couldn't really see anything. Started it up and it ran absolutely perfect. So obviously that's when we put it all back together, took it for a drive, and it was absolutely fine. And then obviously you got...
Yeah, you see how he's done this? He said, obviously, you left me, drove on the road, he doesn't know what I did.
Warranty only lasts till you get out of the shutter.
But yes, he is exactly correct. I literally drove down the road, probably about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, because I wanted to just get the car, and I was going to drop the oil. And when I then turned the car back on, I was greeted with the drivetrain error, which when scanned, it showed...
It's coming up with an exhaust cam timing issue.
That was it. So it's a timing issue, which is not a timing belt on these, I can see as well.
Yeah,
it's a chain.
So combined with the noise that we heard with the fault code, we're thinking that the timing chain has potentially jumped a couple of teeth. Obviously, I haven't checked it yet, but we'll know once we strip it down and get the timing tools in. But either way, there is something to investigate on the car. So
100%.
And with the mileage on the car now, what, 108,000?
108, mate.
Yeah, and obviously you're stage 3 power and you want to be using it. Whilst apart, I did say to Tim as well, because this is an early one. Yeah. With the magnesium sump, which do tend to round off with the crappy sump plugs. Gone for a later alloy one with the decent drain plug.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
So yeah.
So I remember the first time I actually went under this car. You can't really see it because we've taken it out. The sump plug has actually got a hex bolt.
Yeah, an Allen key.
In there, Allen key. So you need an Allen.
The sumps are really soft.
That's it.
So
you need that to
over
remove
time,
it.
Ever so slightly, it'll just round off.
So that is normally a sign that you have got an early one. If not, I think this alley one came in at 2015, as Tommy mentioned.
Yeah, around then, 2015.
So if you've got a new one, or newer car, you should be fine. But if you have got a 2014, recommend you to get that, so that way these don't round off, unless you're gunning it in with a Milwaukee at 2,000 Newton meters. So that is probably everything that this car wants.
Yeah, so everything drive-wise, internally,
fresh.
and sort of in front of the engine is all going to be replaced. All pulleys, chains,
so that
guides,
should be
tensioners, absolutely everything. So yeah, we've decided to strip it down and have a proper investigation on it, and what we found is not great. So what we found upon stripping the timing down was you can see here some teeth are missing on the exhaust cam pulley. No idea how that's happened. The only thing I could possibly think of is the timing guides have literally just disintegrated. So whether they've worked their way around on the chain, which would make sense, you know, because it runs clockwise this way, so your exhaust cam is there. Maybe it's pulled up some plastic or something and trapped it between and chewed the teeth off. The teeth were in the sump. There was nothing else in the sump. Yeah, so very odd, very odd. Also pulled the crank cover out, and we've got one pin remaining on the crank hub. I'm not sure how that's happened. So obviously it's not slipped, because otherwise it would have snapped all four. But there's the remains of the pins. Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. So we have decided to do everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything, including all of this, all the auxiliary drive setup. That's all being replaced. We've managed to get some low mileage used solenoids, VANOS pulleys, and this is everything that we have to put it right. So we've got engine timing chain, guides, tensioner, all new hardware, bolts. We've got a new latest style crank hub with the heavy duty 2-pin. We've got the oil pump, chain, tensioner and guide set up. We've got 2 new VANOS solenoids, crank seal, valve covered gasket. New tensioner, deflection pulley, guide pulley, and the 2 belts. This is what's happened, unfortunately. No idea why. There's no foreign objects in the sump to suggest anything's got in there other than bits of timing chain, plastic guide. You can see, I think you can really see, a bit dark, but yeah, bits have broken off. Yeah, so unfortunately that's where we are with it, but you know, we've got everything there to put it right. Oh yeah, also the radiator. Catastrophic, well, close to catastrophic failure. Yeah, this is the radiator. Literally just fallen to bits. Oh, and that's his AC condenser as well. So both of these have been replaced as well. So as you can see, after 110,000 miles, there is a bit of stretch in the chain compared to a new one. Obviously this is to be expected. which obviously the tensioner will take out, but yeah, I mean, what's the life expectancy of a timing chain? Realistically, is about 100,000 miles, give or take. Yeah, so we're all ready now for drilling. A few precautions, just so any swarf and that doesn't get caught in the oil pump and whatnot. So let's get re-drilling for the new crank hub. Right, so now our holes are drilled. We've gone in 2 of the original holes instead of making more, so now the 2 smaller ones will be redundant. So let's just test fit our new hub. That's it, all the way home by hand, nice and flush against the crank. You can hear it butted up against the crank, which is spot on. So we're all good now for reassembly. Lovely. Another little thing that we do after drilling a crank is we always just get a magnet, run it in any crevices and stuff where any filings could sit, and yeah, as you can see, this is what you're dealing with. So to be fair, I think there's a lump on there which is off of the cam pulley. Yeah, that big lump is, yeah, but yeah, all the filings is literally just somewhere I've drilled the crank. So it's always in, well, so it is very important just to go over any nooks and crannies with a magnet, and yeah, just try and get as much out as you can. I mean, that's why we cover all this up, so you know, any swarf and stuff doesn't get stuck in the pump and whatever else. So yeah, minimises any metal at all in the engine after drilling. So just to be double sure, we've pulled off the scavenger pump and the oil pickup. Obviously you can't see in there, but we've given it a good clean. Make sure there's no grime and metal and stuff. To be fair, it was pretty clean. I mean, there was a little bit of like tiny bit of sludge in there, as you'd expect from this sort of mileage, like 110,000 miles, but yeah, other than that it was fine. But give it a good clean out just to be safe. So yeah, we can reassemble that now. Right, so Tim's car is all done now, it's all back together. Just to recap, we've replaced all the timing chains, guides, pulleys, drive belts, crank hub. It's had the cam pulleys, yeah, so had a lot of stuff done to it. So yeah, it's all done now, it's all back together. Just got to give it a good road test to make sure there's no faults with the car or anything, but yeah, I'm pretty sure everything's going to be solid now. So we're going to go for the first start up. Now, as you can see, we've got it all up and running, sounding really nice and quiet, to be fair, for a high mile engine. But to be fair, I think these would do quite a lot of miles. I know there would be a lot of maintenance, as you can see, to get to this mileage, but once all that's done, the actual engine, you know, it's still got original pistons and top end valve train, like the cams and the lifters and all that sort of stuff, and it does sound really nice and quiet, to be fair. I mean, to an extent, because I quite noisy engine, but yeah, no, I'm happy with it. It's all good, there's no faults displayed. Obviously we'll give it a good road test, make sure it's all good, but I'm pretty sure it'll all be solid. So
And there we have it, the BMW M4 is back on the roads. Quite frankly, it's been an emotional roller coaster, as mentioned, close to selling the car, but luckily the car has been in good hands with Tommy at GG Autos. I cannot thank this guy enough, and I'm not just saying this because he works on the car, but finding a good mechanic like Tommy is close to impossible nowadays. This guy goes above and beyond. The quality of work that he provides is second to none. So if you are in the south or north or anywhere in the UK or in the world for that matter, and you want an honest mechanic who's going to provide top service, good prices, and at the end of the day look after your car like it's his own, look no further than the man himself, Tommy at G&G Autos. Thank you, brother.